Hi, first grade. Thanks for coming back to shared reading. So, this time when we read Chicken Little, this will be the third time that we read it, and I would like for you just to listen. And while you listen, we're going to try to retell a story. So, retelling means that you're going to tell just the most important parts of a story. You won't go into all the little details of what the character might be feeling, what they look like, who's around, what's in the scene. You'll just do what is the most important. So we'll look at a template that says first, next, then, and finally. And so you're only going to think about the 4 things that you think are the most important of this story. So I want you to listen very carefully while I read, and then we're going to talk about retelling at the end again. All right, let's get started. Chicken Little, retold by Carolyn Lee, illustrated by Ivak Stanofovic. One day, Chicken Little went for a walk in the forest. Plop! An acorn fell on her tail. "Oh my!" said Chicken Little. "The sky is falling! I must tell the king!" Along the way, she met Henny Penny. "The sky is falling!" Chicken Little said. "How do you know?" asked Henny Penny. "A piece of it fell on my tail," said Chicken Little. "I am going to tell the king." "I will go with you," said Henny Penny. Along the way, they met Turkey Lurkey. "The sky is falling," Henny Penny said. "How do you know?" said Turkey Lurkey. "Chicken Little told me," said Henny Penny. "A piece of it fell on my tail," said Chicken Little. "We are going to the king." "I will go with you," said Turkey Lurkey. Along the way, they met Ducky Lucky. "The sky is falling," Turkey Lurkey said. "How do you know?" asked Ducky Lucky. "Henny Penny told me," said Turkey Lurkey. "Chicken Little told me," said Henny Penny. "A piece of it fell on my tail," said Chicken Little. "We are going to tell the king." "I will go with you," said Ducky Lucky. Along the way, they met Foxy Loxy. "The sky is falling," Ducky Lucky said. "How do you know?" asked Foxy Loxy. "Turkey Lurkey told me," said Ducky Lucky. "Henny Penny told me," said Turkey Lurkey. "Chicken Little told me." "A piece of it fell on my tail," said Chicken Little. Foxy Loxy looked at Chicken Little. He licked his lips. He moved closer. Then he stopped. "What is in your feathers?" Foxy Loxy asked. "It's a piece of the sky!" shouted Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Henny Penny, and Chicken Little. "It is an acorn," said Foxy Loxy. "Oh my!" said Ducky Lucky. "Oh my!" said Turkey Lurkey. "Oh my!" said Henny Penny. "Oh my!" said Chicken Little. "The sky is not falling." And they all ran home again. That's the end of our story. Let's go all the way to the beginning. And when I think about retelling the story, remember we're going to say first, next, then, finally. Those are the 4. We're only going to say 4 different parts of the story. And I know there were lots of pages and lots of things happening, but what I'm going to do is, let's see if I'm able to show you. All right, let me see. All right, and so we're gonna put first, next, then finally. And I'm gonna go through the story and tell you what I think first, next, then, and finally would be. And you're gonna either write in these boxes or you can draw. And the best part would be for you to talk about what you think. So you'd say first, blah, blah, blah. Next, blah, blah, blah. Then, blah, blah, blah. Finally, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm going to fill that in. And I would say, I would put a finger up. First, Chicken Little went walking in the forest and an acorn fell on her tail. Then she met some friends, next she met some friends that came with her. Then they ran into Foxy Loxy that figured out it was only an acorn. Finally, they all went home. And so I would use my retelling first, next, then, and finally. And so what I'd like for you to do is fill in that worksheet where, let's see. So that you are able to see and write about what you think are the most important parts of this story. All right? I want you to try, and I'll let you know how you did. Thank you.